welcome to the Charger Bulletin News. I'm Mitsuki Garvey-Sanchez.
And I'm Nicole Rivera. Here are the week's top stories. On Thursday, members of the University of New Haven community came together to mourn the deaths of those in the shooting at the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburg, Pennsylvania. There were candles lit in honor of the victims of the shooting, and swarms of students and faculty came to mourn in honor of the dead. The biggest takeaway of the event was unity and support through the difficult time.
It was very diverse. We had Muslims in the audience, we had Christians in the audience, we had black people in the audience, white people in the audience. This is what it's about, right? And, unfortunately, it took a very disturbing and horrific event to bring us together. But what I'm hoping, and I'm sure I will see, is we'll see our audiences looking more and more like this as time goes forward. So,
speakers at the event included Chaplain Martin O'Connor, President Kaplan, and members of the New Haven Jewish community. The newly re-recognized Hillel Club was also in attendance to speak and remind students that the impact of the event was very real to those on campus.
It's amazing to be able to stand up there and be, the voice of Jewish students on our campus, and to look out and see how many people were there to support me.
The sorority Delta Phi Epsilon hosted their annual Deepher Dude event this weekend. Kaylee Fleshler has more.
On Saturday, November 3rd, students from all over the University of New Haven campus gathered with anticipation in the Beckerman Recreation Center to find out who will be crowned as the 2018 Deepher Dude. Every year, Delta Phi Epsilon hosts their Deepher Dude event to raise money for their philanthropy, the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. The judges were ready as the 8 contestants gave it their all in the formal, Disney, talent, and philanthropy rounds. Kayla Schmidt, Delta Phi Epsilon's Vice President of Programming, explains the process of planning such a big event here on campus.
So Deepher Dude is our annual philanthropy event that benefits Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, which is our national philanthropy for Delta Phi Epsilon. So we host this male beauty pageant every year. Guys across campus get involved. They do different rounds, formal, talent, of philanthropy / DeFi related rounds related back to us and our work with our philanthropy. And it's just a way for us to raise money. So we usually spend about 6 months planning it. And we spend all of summer in the fall semester just getting contestants, working out where we're going to have it, decorations and stuff like that.
And just that they did. Delta Phi Epsilon, with the help of the 8 men competing for the crown, raised $19,520, surpassing their goal of $18,000. All of their proceeds will go directly to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. And who is this year's Deepher Dude, you may ask? Congratulations to Ryan Ferreira and the Sisters of Delta Phi Epsilon for their successes.
As you can see, it was a very successful night for Delta Phi Epsilon and their Deepher Dude event. For the Charger Bulletin News, this has been Kaylee Fleshler reporting.
As always, the Chargers came to play as some seasons closed and others began. We now turn to Ethan Cardona for our Charger Sports Update. Ethan, how did the Chargers do?
It was a slow week in Charger athletics as the fall season winds down, but lucky for all of us, basketball season is right here. Football topped St. Anselm on Saturday in impressive fashion, winning 49-21 to move to an undefeated 8-0 in conference. The season now comes down to this Saturday's regular season finale as the Chargers will march into LIU Post for a matchup of any 10 powerhouses. Both teams enter this contest undefeated and tied for first place in the conference, and the game will not only decide who will be crowned NE10 champions, but it will also have major impact on the NCAA playoff, as the winner of this match is all but guaranteed a home playoff game where the loser falls at risk of missing the playoff completely. It's surely a must-watch game, and fans can check this one out at newhavenchargers.com with kickoff set for 12 p.m. It was a disappointing end to NE10 play for Charger volleyball, as the team was upset by 8-seeded St. Anselm in straight sets on Tuesday. It was a hard-fought match throughout, but the team was unable to find an answer for a tough Hawks defense. The team now awaits the conclusion of conference tournaments to determine who they'll face in next Thursday's opening round of the NCAA East Regional Championship. The first official season is now in the books for Charger field hockey, as the team fell 6-0 to Southern New Hampshire Tuesday to end the season. The team finishes the year at 2-15, however they clinched their first 2 victories in program history, and with a young core look poised to compete for a playoff spot in the years to come. Basketball is already here, and the women's basketball team opened the season this past Saturday, falling to Division I University of Rhode Island 66-61. They will return to the court this weekend when they open regular season play in the University of Bridgeport's Conference Crossover Classic. They'll take on host Bridgeport Saturday at 2:30 before playing post-University Sunday at noon. The men's basketball team will open the 2018-19 campaign this Saturday as well when they travel to New Jersey to take on Division I Seton Hall in an exhibition contest. Tip-off for this game is scheduled for 3 p.m. And that's all for game action, but congratulations are in order for 5 members of the Charger volleyball team. The Northeast 10 Conference announced yesterday their regular season volleyball awards, highlighted by freshman Ruby Farah, who earned NE10 Rookie of the Year along with a spot on the All-Rookie team. Senior Christine Rios, junior Mallory Nowicki, and sophomore Cam Garden each earned a second-team All-Conference honor, while sophomore Callie Greathead received third-team All-Conference distinction. Congratulations, ladies, on your well-deserved honors. That's all for this week. Best of luck to all of our Chargers. Back to you.
This week, fraternity Sigma Chi held their week-long Derby Days events. The multi-day fundraiser is a way students to engage in fun activities for a good cause. Karina Rodriguez visited day 1 of the activities for a look at what Derby Days has to offer.
Sigma Chi's Derby Days kicked off on Monday with Wheel of Fortune and painting. Teams went head-to-head in Sigma Chi trivia while creating banners that will be displayed throughout the week's events. The week-long fundraising is for the fraternity's philanthropy, the Huntsman Cancer Foundation. The foundation was founded by frat brother John Huntsman, with the purpose of developing the Huntsman Cancer Institute in Utah. The institute is a cancer research center and hospital. The event is familiar to campuses around the country that have a chapter of Sigma Chi.
It's an event that chapters all over the country put on every year.
On Tuesday, teams competed and finished the lyric. Wednesday was Let's Make a Deal, and tonight is Derby Daddy Dress Up, where the teams will dress up the brother who guides them throughout the week. The week will conclude with a celebration barbecue in the Bixler Gerber Quad. Reporting for the Charger Bulletin News, I'm Karina Rodriguez.
An exhibit titled Selling the Movies Hitchcock premiered on Thursday in Seton Gallery. The reception allowed attendees to look at a variety of Hitchcock posters and memorabilia before moving into Dodds Hall for a showing of a documentary called The Hitchcock Moment, Style and Substance. The documentary was created by Professor Wes Davis of the English and Communications Department, along with his students. But don't worry if you missed the exhibit. It will be running until Sunday, November 11th from noon to 4 p.m. every day.
That's all we have for this episode of the Charger Bulletin News. Be sure to tune in next week for more. And don't forget to pick up our next paper edition hitting newsstands across campus next week.
You can stay up to date with the latest campus news on chargerbulletin.com. Follow our social media pages for live updates and information on events we're hosting.
And for more Charger sports updates, be sure to check out the Charge Up every Monday. I'm Ethan Cardona.
I'm Mitsuki Garvey Sanchez.
And I'm Nicole Rivera. We'll see you next week.